subscriptions so cool.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get the new iPhone 17 on them. Hold on. Is this big enough? We should have music, lights, banners. I need to feel it. Get the most powerful iPhone ever on the best network. I should dance.
That's just like probably like sugar and
incredible new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best network. No more coffee for Sally.
Why are you screaming? Because you're screaming. Are you buying some used car shopping?
Yeah, why are you screaming?
They'll both stream. Oh, that's funny.
Why are you screaming? Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
Wait.
Baby, pretty soon.
No fear, it's fun. Say, show me at Carfax.com.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta look at the tire size.
Sunday was going to be
And go to Walmart. If I can buy those tire size, it's a wrap, bro.
I call it Slider Sunday. Football and Kings for life. Nothing like it.
Are you Eli Manning?
Popeye's $6 big box is back. 2 pieces of signature chicken or 3 tenders. 2 sides and a biscuit. 1 very happy customer. Make Thanksgiving easy and delicious with Popeye's Cajun style turkey. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
The perfect snack box isn't one thing. It's everything. Customize your box. Sweet and salty your box. Double chocolate your box. Coach and pack your box. Movie night perfect your box. Gummy bear overload your box. Think you ordered too much?
They ain't gonna make no sense for you to fight, man.
Your
Go back
snacks,
to be
your
outside.
rules, endless options, zero compromises.
I agree.
However you snack, build your own incredible snack box at nuts.com and get 20% off plus free shipping.
Two good teams going at it.
Welcome to Visible Plus Pro, the ultimate wireless hack. That means our fastest speeds, coverage, and connection you can rely on.
I just keep on charging
Now, it's $22.50 a month for the first 6 months.
Keep on charging
You know
this.
you knew it, didn't you?
Consumer Reports has named the 2025 Most Reliable Automotive Brand. Subaru. It's no surprise they also named Subaru the best overall automotive brand. Get 2.1% APR financing on new 2025 Outback models for a limited time. Edna's is cozy, you thought, but then you found a room with more room on Kayak. Browse hotels, track prices, take space. Search and compare holiday travel with Kayak.
Welcome back to Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by Snickers.
Name that quarterback who thinks they've got it. Jackson Dart.
Yeah, that's Jackson.
Jackson Dart.
Good call.
Without the face paint. Yeah. Picture. My wife is 2 for 2. You can have help. I got the friend or call a wife on that. Don't use a cheating word. I get paranoid. We got texting a friend. All right, Jackson Dart and Company getting set to go in Philadelphia in the early window. Giants and Eagles for the second time in 17 days. Eagles looking for revenge after a memorable night in the Meadowlands. And that brings us to Facts and Film with our research producer extraordinaire, Evan Kaplan. And so, Cap, this is a team that won the Super Bowl last year with an offense built around the running back, one of the great seasons we've ever seen. This year it's been vastly different. It's built around the quarterback.
It really has been. Jalen Hurts, one of the best games of his entire career last week against the Vikings. 3 touchdown passes, no interception. But he's been doing this all season. I'm not sure it's talked about with these numbers enough. 11 touchdown passes, 1 interception. That is the best ratio in the entire NFL among QBs to start every one of their games. He has completed just under 70% of his passes. That is 5th in the league Add 5 rushing touchdowns to those 11 touchdown passes. He has accounted for 16 of the Eagles' 19 offensive touchdowns so far this season.
All right, so he's been spectacular in a lot of ways. But last week in particular, let's drill down a little deeper. There was one thing in particular that was very effective.
It was getting him out of that shotgun and pistol and getting him under center. Jalen Hurts was under center on 41% of the Eagles snaps last week against the Vikings. That was the highest in any game of his career, up from just 11% in the previous loss against the Giants. It's not just a volume thing, though. It's about his efficiency when they are under center. He is completing 80% of his passes when the Eagles are under center this season. That is second in the entire NFL. Remember, they under center Cam Jurgens out from the Eagles. Could be hurt under center even more in that second game against the Scots.
All right, we'll see. So again, the play action is something all the quarterbacks on ourselves have been screaming for. Cap, well done. That's what the numbers look like. Let's take a look at the pictures here. Alex Smith again, under center, losing that play action, obviously very effective.
Yeah, Cap's exactly right. Listen, we're not the only ones that see it. They're even talking about it in the building. Let's take a listen to what their left tackle, Jordan Mailata, had to say about it.
Huh?
What runs that what passes but actions off the back. And what Max does is keep contesting. And so it was kind of the ball was in our court.
The ball's in our court. What the big Aussie talking about? It's right here. Again, 6 offensive linemen in the game. You see him under center. Hard run action. I want you to look at the defensive level. Look at everybody staring in the backfield, trying to diagnose, is it run or pass? Big lane opens up on the left side. We're still in our back pedal back here. Oh, by the way, we got double pedal like that. And again, safety making the tackle at 15 yards deep, right? Having trouble. You know the big fella loves this, right? Getting downhill, picking up our running back for a big game. Here later in the game, again, 6-0 linemen again. It is going to look identical. You see the Vikings trying to stop the run. They drop their safety in the box. Again, here's the run action. Everything looks the same. Look at all the eyeballs trying to diagnose what's going on. What does that do? Or it leaves us great free access for our stud receiver, Devontae Smith on the outside. Full head of steam. You're going to see Minnesota Vikings. They're in a 2 invert again with the safety drop down. A lot of green grass. And then this is what you get. Devontae Smith putting the DB in a spin cycle, Teddy. And we're leaving him. And a lot of this coming from the free access that he got because they're trying to stop the run with him under center. And then all gas here, leaving everybody in the dust as we're walking into the end zone for a huge play in this game. And again, Jalen Hurts was perfect last year. It's not ironic that it was the most snaps under center. And again, with A.J. Brown out, I actually look for even more of this today to try to keep this Giants defense on their heels.
All right, so that's something to watch for in that game today. Let's stay in the division. Dallas, they've been very shaky on the road. They've been perfect at home. They've really struggled on the road, and today they go up against a very dangerous Denver D.
Yeah, Denver defense that has great players, it has great scheme. I'm going to show you examples of both because Dak Prescott is going to be in trouble. So this is the scheme. We've all seen this before. Even the numbers, the 7, the 6 blockers. You see, they're at the line of scrimmage. You got 3 of them dropping out. So it's only 4 rushers, but it's who those 4 rushers are. Nick Bonito, speed, okay, on the edge, beats your offensive tackle, gets a piece of the quarterback. Allen, Zach Allen, right? Bam! Get the meat on your quarterback there. There's the second one you got to worry about. Then Coop comes up and he gets a little piece of your quarterback also. Those 3 rushers are such a problem. Once again, there's the look. Looks like you got it blocked up, but you gotta block them, okay? 49, Singleton, here he comes, Scatterboo. Oh, not ready for this one. On your back, ends up using his leg, gets a little bit of Jackson Dart. Stranad with the interception, and of course, the historic comeback led by the Denver Bronco defense. Those are the special players, okay? Now let me show you the scheme that I'm talking about where you get these free runners, because we love this defensively. There we are, all at the line of scrimmage against the Colts. Where is he? There he is right there. There's the free runner. You're all worried about everyone else. Daniel Jones doesn't see the free runner coming. Bam. We get a sack on Daniel Jones. Again, another look. Let's try this over here, okay? We got him coming this way. Different perspective. Going towards the offense here. 7 up. Looks like they've got them all blocked up. But now we've got 4 dropping out. But we've got DBs coming on the edge. Hufanga is coming off the edge over here. Another defensive back. Free runner. Free runners coming here, and when you get to the quarterback on free runners, you know what's the scheme, you know what's the call, you know what's your defensive coordinator. You point at your coach and say, good call, coach, that sack is on you. 32 times there have been free runners the Denver defense, the Broncos defense has created. Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator, give me that. And look how
I don't know how you do that.
Teddy gets outstanding.
Imagine what it's like for Dak this afternoon in the altitude. Meanwhile, what's it going to be like for Derrick Henry today against the Chicago defense?
Hey, just feed the beast. If you got any chance at all, he needs to carry it 30 times for about 200.
And then, fellas, we've got these guys in New England. Let's give a listen.
You got
Moss on his way. Look behind him. Look who's coming. Oh, Sheriff. Hey, just got out the toilet too. No. Tennessee scored 56 yesterday. He'll join us live next.
what's going on there? You get shit too, man?
Hey Josh.
What's
that? This is Dargan Pro Plus. Total game changer recovery with heat, vibration, and massage. Everything I need to know.
Laptop.
That's me, Josh.
Boy, you put that right here then.
Same type as the Pro Plus, just more portable.
You know.
And shared packets.
I'm trying to clean this shit out.
That beat feels nice.
Anyway, friends, shall we go?
So you think you fast? Just like he moved on Sunday.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms, but Chester isn't joking.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, symptom, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you have a sinus, infection, Hep B or C, allergic or having infections.
Unsettling? Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq. And take back what's yours. AbbVie can help you save. Jameson, aimlessly whiskey is not famously found. Meet Julia. She rolls every summer in the water. She's nearly as smooth as a Jameson orange. Must be a Jameson.
Compliments of the chef. Oh, he was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico. And since they saved his bacon, he presents to you the Bacon Tart Monday.
Mate, look, I don't need special treatment. I'm just happy to eat it.
You're too humble, Mr. Gecko, which is why we also present to you, and I don't need special treatment, run-of-the-mill grilled cheese.
Now we're talking.
Yes, we are.
Get more savings in service. Get more with Geico.
I'm rocking money. I'm a personal finance staff, but I'm also his best friend. I give him everything he needs to control his finances. Tracking spending, categorizing expenses, and canceling unwanted securities. My guy has 2 free delivery accounts. And last month, he spent half his paycheck on PayPal. Now he's got eyes on every dollar going in, or on you. When they do a good job, I'll let him know. So download Rocket Money to get control of your finances.
Lasagna?
Lasagna.
As in... lasagna?
60% of cats are overweight. Feed them I's healthy weight.
The NFL International Games continue on NFL Network. Week 10, the Falcons take on the Colts in Berlin. Then in Week 11, the Commanders face the Dolphins in Madrid. In Sunday Morning Football, only on NFL Network. YouTube TV customers, YouTube TV is at it again. You could lose the sports you love.
ESPN. Take action at keepmynetworks.com. Welcome back to Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by Snickers.
As we continue getting you set for all the action, and tomorrow night, the Manning cast will be back in the middle of the action as the Commanders-in-Chief play. It's the first of 6 straight weeks for Peyton and Eli on Monday Night Football, which means Eli Manning has got to get to work booking guests. Listen.
Hey, Billy Bob, just curious if you want to come on the Manning cast this week. We actually get a lot of celebrities to appear in our show.
We don't do it because we like it. We do it because we run out of options.
Oh, well, hey, the game is Commanders and Chiefs, and I know you're a big football fan.
And you know what the kicker is?
Yeah, I know what a kicker is. I did, play football for a job. But hey, listen up. Do not bring up kicking with Peyton. So, hey, we'll see you on Monday night. You just have to get on a Zoom and join the broadcast, okay? You have a Zoom, right?
We don't have the transmission lines to get the electricity to the city. It'd take 30 years if we started tomorrow.
Or your business partner. At least one of you did.
Okay, all right. Hey, see you on Monday, Billy. Have a great one.
Billy Bob. Manning cast tomorrow night. Man. And we are delighted at this point to welcome in the Hall of Fame. Repping Tennessee after they scored 56 points. Good morning, Peyton Manning.
Morning, guys. Thanks for having me. It's hard to pick between the Broncos and the Colts. Both are having great seasons. So I went with Tennessee, a little more neutral. Greeny, real quick, before you get into my questions, can we ask Alex again how he really feels about the Jets ownership? He wasn't very clear.
I'm scarred, Peyton. Well, Peyton, thanks for joining us. It's great to see you because I need a little bit of help, actually, because I cannot get on board with Daniel Jones. All right, Daniel Jones and your other coach team, of course, it's great to see both of our former teams doing great in terms of the Patriots and the Colts, but something just holding me back from going all the way in with Daniel Jones and the coach. Can you try to convince me? Because these guys can't convince me. I need some help.
Well, Teddy, listen, I think Shane Steichen is an outstanding play caller, always has been, and now Daniel Jones is executing his offense. Look, Jonathan Taylor, I think either he or Baker Mayfield are probably the MVP right now. And I think with Daniel and Jonathan kind of doing their thing, I like the way the Colts are playing. So, look, I'm proud of Daniel. Obviously things didn't work out in New York. I love to see these quarterbacks in their second chapter, a la Donald, a la Baker, a la Daniel. So I'm all on board with the Colts. And look, it's hard to get these Patriots to like the Colts. I get it, Kenny. Jump on board, baby.
Hey, Peyton, thanks again for joining us. I want to ask you about the game tonight, with Aaron Rodgers going against his longtime former team, the Green Bay Packers. You have such a unique perspective on this, obviously going against the Colts at the end of your career. Can you tell us what this week's been like for Aaron? What are some of the things he's going to be dealing with tonight? What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, you can tell it's been an emotional week already, Alex. And look, Alex, me, you, Randy, Rex, we know what it's like to play for multiple teams. We can't all play for the same team like Kenny. Right? Kenny has an office there. He has his own locker there. This is real football. Look, Aaron is lucky the game is not in Green Bay. That's the tough one, Alex. Going back, seeing the stadium, being in the visitors' locker room. The fact that it's in Pittsburgh is a blessing for Aaron. But I love his comments during the week that he is at peace with his time in Green Bay. He wants to retire there. I hate when former players kind of draw the line and make fans have to pick whose side are you on, the player side or the team side. Aaron Rodgers will always be a Packer. I'm glad he's having a great year in Pittsburgh. It'll be an emotional game for him. Pre-game, shaking hands with the equipment manager, seeing his old video director. But once the game starts, he can go out there and play. But he's lucky the game's in Pittsburgh for sure.
Aaron Rodgers trying to do something that Peyton Manning, you are one of very few people ever to do, and that is to be a Hall of Famer to win the Super Bowl in his final game. In fact, it does bring up a very fun little trivia question. You know who's the starting quarterback in the last game that Peyton Manning lost in his career? The last starting quarterback to beat Peyton Manning in his NFL career. I've got a little video clue for everybody. Jay, roll that for us if you will, please. The last quarterback to beat Peyton Manning in the game was Alex.
I remember it well because it didn't really happen often, man. I got my butt kicked by Peyton so many times. But nice to get at least one. He did go on to win the Super Bowl this year, though. So.
Peyton, your recollections?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I threw 4 interceptions in that game, so I'm sure I beat myself that game, Alex, your call. But, yeah, always fun competing against Alex. I played against Alex in his first start.
I threw 4 picks in that. Yeah, I threw 4 interceptions in that one. Yeah.
You know, Peyton, since we're sitting here talking about former team, I want to talk about, you know, your former team, the Denver Broncos, and this defense. You know, having a guy like Reggie Wayne, having a guy like Marvin Harrison, you guys never shied away from any type of quarterback. Now, today, Broncos going against the Dallas Cowboys. People are talking about George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb going against the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Take me through the mindset of the quarterback. Peyton, I'm going to put you into the game now. You're going to throw to those 2 wide receivers. Are you shying away from Pat Surtain? Are you shying away from him?
Randy, you know, when you have belief in your receivers, when we had Marvin, we had Reggie, we had Demarius and Emmanuel, we were going to try to go at their best corner, but you knew you had to throw perfect passes, you had to run perfect routes, and you sort of tried to rise up to the challenge. So I think that's what Dak and CD and George are going to try to do today. You can't throw away from Surtain the whole game, but when you throw at him, you can't miss. You can't throw an out route to the inside, Randy, because you know it's going the other way. So Dak's having an awesome year. He believes in his receivers. You got to be smart about what routes you throw at Surtain. There's certain things I probably wouldn't throw, but you can't just cut down one side of the field as well. That's too much of an advantage for the Broncos defense. It's going to be a really good matchup today in Denver.
All right, Peyton, I have one for you. Speaking of elite receivers, this A.J. Brown, that situation in Philadelphia, I don't know if you've ever had a situation like that where a guy seems to be a little disgruntled, a superstar receiver. I know the answer because, of course, you have. Elite receivers are always like that. How did you handle that situation?
Yeah, I hate what's going on there in Philly. It's not fun to watch. You know, people always ask me, hey, how come Marvin Harrison never complained about not getting the ball? Because I always threw him the ball, right? That's why he can cross that bridge. I hate the fact that A.J. Brown doesn't seem happy and they're winning football games. I would tell A.J.
I don't know if you got
always greener on the other side.
I think you ran out of Patty also.
If he wanted to go play for right now, I can promise you he would not be happy there. The Eagles are lying to. They won the Super Bowl last year. There's big games for him coming. There's only one ball, Rex. You can only throw it to one guy on each play. He's not going to have 10 catches for 160 every single week. But if he just stays in there, I can promise you good things are coming. Hopefully he and Jalen can get on the same page. They're too good of a combination. You know, I understand that he's frustrated at times, but I can think of a team that y'all were just addressing earlier in this program. If he wants to go play for them right now and he's defeated so far, it's probably not much fun right there in New York.
That's great point.
Well, you know, Peyton, thanks for coming on, man. But one thing about it, I want to send a shout out to Eli Manning because y'all know what the words are.
You got Peyton.
Thanks, my man. Thanks for coming on, Peyton.
Thank you. Thank you.
Peyton Manning, again, Peyton and Eli back together for the Manning cast tomorrow night during Monday Night Football. They will have Billy Bob Thornton among their guests. Meanwhile, we've got reporters in the Word everywhere. We've got a hexabox, 6 sites covered for you today as we count it down to kick off a particularly good early window, and you'll be hearing from all of these reporters as we go. But right now, you'll be hearing for 30 seconds from Adam Schefter. Shefty, go.
Arguing only fitting that Andy Dalton, the Panthers quarterback, would make his start today against Buffalo. Dalton is something of a folk hero in Buffalo, where back in 2017, when he was playing for the Bengals, he threw a game-winning touchdown pass to Tyler Boyd to beat the Ravens and send the Buffalo Bills to the playoffs and end a 17-year playoff drought. At the time, Bills Mafia donated over $400,000 to the Andy and Jordan Dalton Foundation to help children with special needs. And today, Dalton will be back up against Buffalo, but Buffalo will always love Andy Dalton.
Shefty, always quick and to the point, outstanding. Okay, it's time for You Got Moss, which is everybody's favorite. Before we look ahead, let's look back. As always, the receipt of the gloves, a moment of celebration.
remember this a little bit. Alright? You get to watch your So we got a special gift. Alright? Mr. Randy Moss. Sent us some gloves. We're going to take.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Coach, and shout out to Carnell Tate. But one thing about it, man, this week's edition, man, there was an 8-year-old that showed up on my phone. His name is Carson. One thing about it, Carson, you don't have long. Either he's at church or you got to wake him up because you on this week edition of You Got Long. Let's roll it, baby. Let's start off with number 5. We go to the NFL. Giants versus the Broncos. Oh, Giants, you were up 33, but Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton had something different. 32-30. Hey, Deontay Banks, man, you should have made a play on it. Cortland Sutton, great catch, great focus. But New York Giants, y'all in the segment. You know what the words are. You got Moss.
Number 4, Kentucky High School football. Fairdale High School quarterback goes to the back of the end zone for Jacoby Smith.
I see you.
Over the top in the back of the end zone, Jacoby Smith, great hand right over the defender. Oh, Jacoby Smith, Egmore High School, you got Moss.
Hey, Carson, this is your play. Number 3, quarterback airs it out, and I want y'all to take a look at Carson in that red in the back of that end zone. You see the player up on this front pylon right here. Out there, that's what I'm talking about, Carson. But you got up there and made it. Y'all know what the words are.
You got Moss. Number 2, Pennsylvania High School football, Bishop McCourt High School quarterback throws it up for Kalen Taylor. I see Kalen going up high with the great catch over that defender. Kalen Taylor with the head. Hey, Bishop Guilford High School. We all know the words. Let's say it right here. You got Moss.
Let's see who get the guards, bro. Let's go back to the National Football League. Maybe tossing it up.
Oh, hell yeah, Patriots.
Hooper. I don't care who it is. Austin Hooper, I see you, baby, making a play on the great play by Drake May. Going up over the Jarius Sneed, left field, Tennessee. Hey, Hooper, you know what the words are. You got Moss. Hey, Mr. Hooper, he's coming your way, man. I know you got a son, nephew, somebody out there getting these gloves, but way to go. That's who's, you got Moss, number 1. Play the week.
That's the first Patriot we've had. The most excited I've seen Teddy for the win. Usually they're getting Moss. The Super Bowl highlights everything. I see you, Hoop. What it represent? The gloves have gone out. Meanwhile, we go to the end of our day. Tonight, the Packers in Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers facing Green Bay for the first time in his career. And, of course, he played 18 seasons there. Got us thinking about his most memorable moments as a Packer. There were certainly a lot to choose from. Let's take a look at some of them. Teddy, get it started.
All right, let's start. 2016 NFC Divisional Round, Packers versus Cowboys. Game is tied at 31 with 12 seconds left. Rodgers rolls out. You got to see it closer, people, because this is one of my favorite of all time. Look at Rodgers, the cook on his knees. Look at the turns. He's inbound. They then kick the field goal. Aaron Rodgers. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Love watching him in his prime. Great play, great sequence. Aaron Rodgers wins the game.
Bro, you talk about no time. How about this one? Packers versus Lions, 2015, week 13. They're down by 2, 1 play left. Oh, game's over, right? Yeah. No, 65 yards. Look, this catch. Richard Rodgers, it's Rodgers comes down with it from Rodgers. He's going absolutely crazy. Nobody throws the Hail Mary better than
Man, you
Rodgers.
think that's crazy. Hail Mary. How about that same season? But let's go to the playoffs. Man, this is a Jeff Janis sighting right here. Down 7. Fourth down and 20. Hitting Jeff Janis rolling out. But right here, second down and 15 as the clock is ticking. I said it's a Jeff Janis sighting. Go again, Janis. Man, the thing about it, the Cardinals will win in overtime, 26-20, but that's a moment for
All right, how about this one? 2019, Packers versus the Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers drifting to his right, drifting backwards, and just flicks his thing to the corner of the end zone. An absolute, this is absurd, bro. Oh my God. They drafted me over this guy. They picked me over this guy. Look at this thing.
585.
mean, oh my goodness.
In his 18 years in Green Bay, Rodgers would lead the Packers to one Super Bowl championship, Super Bowl 45. Ironically, it was against the Steelers. That touchdown to Jordy Nelson opened the scoring. Packers up 14-3 in the second. Here's Greg Dillard. First of his 2 touchdowns. That would give the Packers a 21-3 lead. And in the fourth quarter, when they made it a game, it's Jennings again. Rodgers was the Super Bowl MVP. This week, he tried to explain his emotions.
Stay right there, Dave.
I don't have any animosity for the organization. Obviously, I wish that things have been better than our last year here, but this is not a revenge game for me.
Coming into it, obviously I never knew what to expect, but I think Aaron was great for me all 3 years.
We had a great relationship. I thought it was a great collaboration of just all of us coming together.
Regardless, when I hang up, it's the bulk of my career. I'm retired back here. See what happens after that. Absence makes the heart go fonder, maybe.
Jeff Darlington is in Pittsburgh for us this morning. Jeff, what are you hearing ahead of this matchup tonight?
Well, Greeny, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers all morning. We have more coming on that. But right now, let's talk about another quarterback, Jordan Love, who's playing some of the best football in his career right now. I was texting with head coach Matt LaFleur last night. I asked him what his favorite thing about Jordan Love is right now, and he said, my favorite thing is how he's so consistent, whether things are going well or not. Everyone loves him, and I think that is important to point out right now, coming into this big moment for Love, because he is expected to handle what will be an emotional night for both sides with that same consistency that has allowed him to get to this point. At the end of the day, this is still 2 teams atop their division playing for very important stakes. Now, the good news for Love in this game is that he's going to have wide receiver Christian Watson back. This will be Watson's first game playing since he tore his ACL in Week 18 of last season. So a big plus for this offense. And we can talk about these quarterbacks all day, but TJ Watt for the Steelers said the key to this game, after giving up 142 yards in the Steelers' loss 10 days ago, will not be necessarily about the passing. As he said, it will be stop the run, stop the run, stop the run.
I'm looking forward to it, Jeff. We'll have more from you all day long as we look ahead to this matchup. We get one of these every now and again, the legendary quarterback going up against his longtime former team. Again, 18 years in Green Bay. What are we going to find out?
It's great, all the comments going on this week. It's all love with Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. But I guess today we'll find out to see if Aaron Rodgers takes me personally. You think it's because he wants to actually share these guys. I mean, they're so buttoned up. They're so buttoned up. I love Aaron. You're buttoned up in front of the mic, but when deep down inside, you remember and you know what happened. And absolutely, he takes things personal, and he wants to welcome Green Bay, shake the hands, and then absolutely shred them come game time.
I look at a guy like Jordan Love coming into this game and being able to look like Aaron. When Jordan Love took over, when Aaron left a couple years ago, it was the play action. Being able to deliver balls to different guys, footballs to different guys. And I think that has what's been on display for Jordan Love with Aaron being gone, because everybody was sitting up there asking this question. What is the Green Bay offense going to look like now that Aaron Rodgers is gone? We didn't know what we would get out of Jordan Love. But one thing about it, you talked about being able to learn from a guy like Aaron Rodgers. I expect a guy like Jordan Love to come out today with the play action. You heard him talking about stopping the run. Josh Jacobs has been a force, but I think that Jordan Love and that play action, those two, Josh Jacobs and the play action, they mirror together. Well,
you talk about that play action. You're right. The emphasis for Pittsburgh, you even heard T.J. Watt talk about stop the run, stop the run, stop the run. Well, that should open up those play action games and get separation for Jordan Love. And look, Jordan Love has made improvements. There's no question. He's doing a better job protecting the ball. But in big moments, that's where he's got to prove it to me. This game is going to be tight. I don't know. And look, I got to say this. I want to see these pass rushers, man. Like 2 of the elite pass rushers in the league are going at it, right? T.J. Watt against Micah Parsons. Right. But T.J. Watt has been missing in action. Man, I'm just telling you. And one of the things, I have a little clip of T.J. Watt here. And as he's going around, or maybe we don't, but we're looking for it now, all right? But as he's rushing a passer so many times, he's such a playmaker, he stops when his rush gets throttled in, he looks to get his hands up. All right? But what happens in that, you're slowing your thought processes down. And so here's an example of it right here. These are my QB haters. So, man, I'm watching this tape. But watch, he's taking a little inside entry here, and immediately those hands go up. All right? No, now he checks the ball down. You've got to finish your rushes. Watch Micah Parsons, on the other hand. He kind of gets stopped, all right, a little hesitation, but finishes his rush and gets a part of it. Nobody, I'm telling you, last week's performance by Micah Parsons was one of the best I have ever seen. And so he is absolutely dominating. But my advice for T.J. Watt is finish your rushes. Convert, you're going to play that one, convert the pass rush and finish. Don't be a volleyball player. Let your teammates do that. Let your teammates contain the quarterback. You fire at that quarterback and finish. Micah Parsons, I can promise you, Aaron Rodgers better get it out in a hurry, Alex.
The reality is that the Pittsburgh defense has not been holding up its end of the bargain. They were supposed to be carrying Aaron Rodgers. Let's not lose sight of the fact Rodgers is playing extremely well.
Yeah, really been the strength of this team, Aaron, and this offense. And I love your tee up there, Rex, about him getting the ball out early, because you're right, Micah has been unblockable. But a lot of this, I loved how Aaron's been putting his flavor on this Arthur Smith offense, especially in the run game. And it's kind of this old man RPO. Let me show you what I'm talking about. The tape. We've been watching Aaron do this for 20 years. He's so good at it. Again, a different kind of RPO, if you will. They're going to have run to the right here. Again, Aaron Rodgers.
You scared the fuck out of me. I didn't see it. That's it.
The parking spot for it, right?
Pineapple?
What does that mean?
Pineapple? Oh! I thought you got
He's so
pineapple.
good at flipping these balls out, right? Again, if you're Micah Parsons, it's frustrating one-on-one. 9 yards on first down, right? Again, later in the game, here we are. We got another run to the right. And then again, watch. Here's unblocked. And again, you see the linebacker snipping in the backfield. We're going to flip this out the far, move out tight end. Again, this is first down passing. I want you to keep an eye on again. This is Micah, right? You're unblocked on this play. He flipped it out. You just ran 30 yards, right? You didn't even get a chance to rush the passer. You got to line up the next block, and guess what? It's probably happening again. He did this a dozen times in their last game. Again, we've been watching it forever. Wiley is so good at doing this. Again, he's not doing it with his legs, but again, so crafty at taking these advantage throws in the run game.
I mean, they're only averaging 3.9 yards a pass downfield with Aaron Rodgers this year. To your point, those things are coming out for a second down big time. You're not just seeing all the deep throws by Aaron Rodgers. It's frustrating for a D-line to try to pass.
Actually, I don't want to slide it. I might need your help.
As we continue to lose time, so look at another one involved the Giants and Eagles. Who's this guy? Is what going to do so today again. So will the Giants get a win, or will it be another collapse? The collapse last week was epic, one of the worst we've seen, but it wasn't worse than 15 years ago. Deshaun Jackson is going to take us back to that infamous return when they didn't punt the ball out.
Hold on, my bad. I'm coming. Fuck. Hold on, jump on your horse. I got you. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Sometimes the best beginnings start with a click. And yours starts right now. Spring into Magic and save up to $250 per night with the purchase of a 4-night, 4-day
big shout out
at
to
select
these
Disney
random
Resort
players.
hotels. And let the magic begin
right
at Walt
here.
Disney World Resort.
Big shout out. They help me out. Random players. I appreciate y'all.
At Balsam Hill,
Y'all support don't help them out.
Beautifully crafted lifelike
Appreciate it.
treats. For a limited time during our anniversary sale, save up to 50% off and start making memories at balsamhill.com.
You have a reputation. This is not New York. Trouble follows you, huh?
Only in Boston.
Only in Boston, baby. Only in Boston, baby.
Ball right there, please. Ball right there. Stay right over there, bro. It's fucking ball.
It's only CBS Friday.
Yeah, I can just front my head.
Paramount Plus.
Don't hurt him, Cat. Oh,
tripped up. Got the new iPhone 17 Pro and Verizon picked up the checks on the best 5G network. Baby.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro. No trading needed. And iPad and Apple One. All for $0. And soon.
That's real nice. This is bad. We got it covered. Let's go!
WeatherTech floor liners are legendary for how they perform in the field. Laser measured to perfectly protect your vehicle, front, back, and even up the sides. Order today at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech, as American as football.
Popeye's $6 Big Box is back. 2 pieces of signature chicken or 3 tenders. 2 sides and a biscuit. 1 serious deal. Make Thanksgiving just as easy and delicious with Popeye's Cajun-style turkey. Love that chicken from Popeye.
That was my last date with the chef.
Okay, and now word from our sponsor, Rocket Money. It's an app that cancels subscriptions. And
Okay, stop. Yes, Rocket Money cancels subscriptions, but it also gives you total control of your finances.
Wait, how?
So do you ever feel like you have no idea where your money goes?
Yeah.
So Rocket Money quickly tracks your income, bills, and expenses to give you the clearest picture of where your money's going. Huh? Tell them Rocket Money today.
Your wife or your business partner, at least one.
This moment. Story time for Sarah. It means everything to them. And to all of us. At Evernorth, we make complex care journeys simpler with comprehensive coordinated care for better patient outcomes. Now, Sarah's grandma doesn't spend all day at the infusion center. She gets her treatment at home with Evernorth's specialty pharmacy, Accredo. So Sarah never misses story time. Evernorth Specialty Services, because every moment counts.
Back up to Sunday NFL Countdown. What do we think here? Tyler Huntley on a bike. He's throwing some balls. What's he testing? You look ready? What is testing?
Way to warm up. That's a first for me.
He's getting the start.
Hamstring looks good.
Again, he plays out the injury. Lamar Jackson, Shefty telling us the Ravens are hoping to get Lamar back on Thursday. Meanwhile, yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of one of the best sound bites in recent football memory, Kirk Cousins, who is starting today with that "you like that" quote following the Washington win over the Buccaneers. He had a huge day, and then he said this.
You like that? You like that?
It is often imitated, it is never duplicated, it is "you like that." So in his honor, again, because he's starting today, we're going to do a special edition of Hurry Up Offense. I'm going to make a statement, and you guys will tell us whether or not you like that. Here we go. Teddy first. Here's the statement. The Colts are the best team in the AFC right now.
You like that?
No, I don't like that. I'm not ready, and I know what Peyton told me and tried to convince me about the Colts, but I'm still going to wait. All right, they play the Titans today. That's nothing to me, all right? They've got Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Kansas City. I'll tell you what, fellas, Thanksgiving comes around. When I'm eating my turkey, I'll give you an answer, okay? But right now, no, I'm not on board with the Colts. I'm not on board. No, I don't like that.
Next one is for you, Randy Moss. The statement is this: George Pickens and C.D. Lamb are the best wide receiver duo in the NFL.
You like that?
Nah, I don't like that, Kirk Cousins. And the reason why, man, I mean, C.D. Lamb and George Pickens have been doing some, phenomenal things this year, and I think Pickens has picked up where C.D. left off. Seen C.D. last week. But this is the dynamic duo in the National Football League. Y'all seen what happened when a guy like Joe Flacco got with them guys? They lift the scoreboard up, but I cannot disrespect the Cincinnati Bengals and give it to the Dallas Cowboys. They need to put a little bit more work in.
All right, that huge night a week ago Thursday. Rex, the next one is for you. The statement is simple. The Dolphins take on the Falcons today, and Mike McDaniel is still their coach.
You like that?
Raheem Morris likes that. Because right now this team is absolutely atrocious. But you know what? I gotta say, I keep this guy in there right now. But who the hell else is going to give it to? A defensive coach? They're 32nd in the league. So he doesn't have help on defense or offense right now. But look, I mean, Raheem Morris, he's got to be like, bring it on.
They take on, as you mentioned, the Falcons today with Kirk Cousins at the quarterback. So, Alex, you're the last one here. here. Kirk Cousins gets a win off the bench today against the Dolphins.
You like that? Not only do I like that, Greeny, I love that. He is another year removed from his Achilles. We've seen Aaron get better and better as he's gone on. And listen, they're at home. He's got so many weapons. Bijan, this run game, Kyle Pitts right there, Drake London, Mooney. And this Falcons defense is playing so much better under Jeff Ulbrich. I like them today.
They're loaded, man. They got pass rush.
You love that. I love that. You love that. I love that. You love that. You know what's interesting about that moment? Kirk Cousins is addressing a camera that is in the corner of the room. We've never seen that angle. I wonder if that guy wasn't rolling. Because you can imagine that. He's looking at a camera. He's going, you like that. And we've always seen it from the other side. Whoever was rolling, for some reason, didn't get it. You like this? How about Jackson Dart today against the Eagles?
I love that, too. Alex, how's it look to you these days?
Oh, what's that game? Right now, for real? Watch that shit.
Not right now. Two straight losses. One-on-one with the Bills quarterback. Inside his focus on continuing that journey. Plus, Drake May and Stephon Diggs, Pats in first place. Josh McDaniels reminded by his star receiver of a very particular set of skills.
You can tell when the ball's coming, or you can try to hide it as late as you can. Randy was spectacular at it, probably the best I've ever seen.
And I may not know ball like you do, AI, but now I don't need to. You just gotta follow you on my Prize Picks feed, copy the lineup, and I'm in.
So you just out here copying the answer?
Always have. You know, copy the crossover, the sleeve, not the cornrows though. I got sensitive scalp. But the attitude.
Don't. What you doing, man? All right, I won't. Told you to stay out of my stuff.
I borrowed the toothbrush. Is that okay?
Download today. New users pay $5 and $50 instantly at site.
You like that?
It's good. You right.
Much appreciated.
Make sure I so much more. Isn't it time we work too? Put up one hand for insurance. Put up your other hand for financial services. Give it up for great insurance and financial services.
How do I go that big without spending that much? It's a love. Decoration and I'm the Grinch.
Lowe's helps you get more holiday for less.
You bring up to your t-shirts like the viral t-shirts.
All these hand times,
and we want to see more. So bring back on us.
Oh, that's the shit that you spray? That's the movie shit, right? Yeah, I seen those spray. It smells good. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of Yo, have y'all flaunting on the shit? Come on, dry out. Oh, because that's right over there. That's good. You should have opened the door. Air out.
During the red drive, get 10% plus 2
this shit air out.
They're going to air out right now. It's already done. Get 0% financing for 72 months.
It's already done.
So you can't afford things that you print.
I got it, guys. I'm going to take the wagon.
Couldn't keep up.
Like I said, guys, feel free to add me. I'm on YouTube. We're live. Tricell-HQ. You guys can subscribe to my channel and follow. All I do is just help people and grind on Red Dead. That's all I do.
This is your subscription.
No sidetrack, no bullshit. Just I'm here to help. That's it. I'm almost ranked 600.
Is this the best budget you have?
Anybody need help? Just send me a friend request and I can help. Thank you.
Lasagna. As in lasagna?
60% of cats are overweight. Feed them Ives Healthy Weight. I still get butterflies to this day. I just sit there and take a deep breath. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of things I think about. I think the fans feel that way too when you're into the game. Stadium's rocking, everybody's going crazy. That's when true competitors and playmakers come out. Energy builds off energy, and that's how it is with the fans.
Who can solve this equation? Ooh! Me. Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Okay.
It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price Just for you, bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like my good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Yeah, I'm gonna add y'all up.
Activia deliciously supports gut health in 1, 2, 3. Gut-friendly with daily nutrients. Helps digestive health. Yeah, I'm doing it. Probiotics by the billions. I'm not new to it. Activia, your gut is where it all begins.
I'm supposed to be telling you how Lundberg Family Farms rice is organic and herbicide free, but these ducks won't leave until I tell you that Lundberg saves baby ducks. Ooh, that was getting ducking out of hand. Lundberg Family Farms, ducking.
Welcome back to Sunday NFL Countdown, presented by Snickers.
All right, they're fired up all over the country, including in Carolina today. Josh Allen and the Bills coming back from their bye. Allen, 14 total touchdowns this year. Second among quarterbacks in rushing yards, trying to avoid the first 3-game losing streak of his entire career. The reigning MVP sat down with our Marty Smith.
Growing up in the middle of nowhere with my siblings and having them as basically my only friends because we had lived out in the middle of nowhere, going to the back of the shop and just grabbing rocks and trying to throw them into a big dumpster. That's as simple as I can think of life. My only thing was just get to play in the NFL. That was my goal. So everything else that kind of comes is just cherry on the top. As a kid, I dreamed of being right where I am, and I'm here now. Couldn't ask for a better day, fellas. Honored to fight with you each and every day. Let's go get one, huh?
I know that your family motto is bloom where you plant. How have you bloomed in both?
It's so similar to how I grew up. The atmosphere, the environment, the small communities that make up a bigger community, and the love that people have for one another. I don't think that it gets represented as much as it should. We want to bring the Super Bowl here to Western New York. It's a fan base that deserves one. Fortunately, we got opportunities to hopefully right that ship.
So Allen and the Bills have won 5 straight AFC East titles. They entered Week 1 with a 64% chance to make it 6, according to our analytics. But after New England off to the 5-2 start, the Patriots now on top of the division, and they have a 57% chance to win their first division title since Tom Brady last roamed their sidelines. We have both teams covered today. Kimberly Martin is in Carolina with the Bills. Dan Graziano in Foxborough for the Browns and the Patriots. Kmart, we'll start with you. What are the Bills saying about making changes after losing 2 straight?
Well, good morning, Greeny. Listen, the Bills spent their bye week doing a lot of self-scouting, going over their tendencies, what works, what doesn't. And you know what the big takeaway from those internal dialogues were? That wholesale changes aren't needed. They just need to be fundamentally sound, play better football, complementary football, and not turn the ball over. Left tackle Deion Dawkins told me, listen, we don't have to burn down the castle. We don't have to panic. Our mindset is don't expect to win, earn the right to win. But Greeny, I can tell you they got to earn a win today against a Panthers team with a very dynamic rushing attack, and the Bills ranked 31st in run defense. But they will get reinforcements. 2 guys off the suspension. Larry Ogunjobi and Michael Hoyt are back. But I did speak to Panthers running back Rico Dowdle this week, and he said he's looking forward to the challenge of the Bills trying to stop their run. That's what you want. Good competition. But I guess we'll see. Now over to Dan Graziano with more on the Patriots.
Hey, Kimberly, the big story here in New England is, of course, second-year quarterback Drake May and the performance he's turning in for these first-place Patriots. When you talk to people in the organization about Drake May, they'll tell you, yeah, they always knew about the talent, the arm, big plays with his legs, but it's his processing and his ability to retain and recall information that has been the biggest part of his jump this second year. When you talk to players, Hunter Henry, their tight end, I had a conversation